I don't think. Do I need that windscreen?
Well, first, we're live.
Oh,
And
hi guys. Sorry, trying new mic stuff. New technology that my brother got me for my birthday.
exactly.
Even though it's not yet. This is my birthday eve present, I guess, in both
Hmm.
ways. New mic, new episode, new series. Love it.
Darn tootin'.
Love it.
All right. So first of all, let's say hi to Yaya. Yaya, you're in the chat. Thank you very much for joining us. Actually, I think this is you're like the first one of all the other people that we've ever had. So the usual people that race in to be number one, you're now taking the title. So congratulations.
Hmm.
Um, and on that note, welcome back to another video with us at NerdTots here. I am Adontron. This is the film combatant Angel. We
Hey
don't have Kim
guys.
participating with us today. She's at work. Has to make the
Yeah,
dollars.
someone has to do a 9 to 5.
Exactly. I do, well, later shifts.
Yeah, well,
So
still 8 hours. Still 8 hours.
still an 8 hour
All right.
shift.
All right. Now, let's get this going. In the way, only reason why we had a little technical issues, so we had a uh, set up and what have you. But also, it says that we're at this episode is 51 minutes and 30 seconds long. Now, if it's gonna be like One Division, where it's like 20 minutes of episode and like 400 hours of credits, we don't know. But
Mm-hmm.
we are have to do cut this little short in a way that Adan can go to his job after this. So let's get this relatively started, maybe in about 5 minutes.
Yeah, I think that'll be more than enough time.
Okay.
Um, I will say this: I'm not having a watch party link put up. So if you do want to participate with this and share in the joy of watching Disney Plus Loki with us, then use this time, get your Disney Plus up, get the link, well, get your watch party ready
Yep.
to go, and we'll count it down to when we can all start.
Yes.
Uh,
And if you're not watching us with us live, of course, you can do the same thing
mhm.
at your leisure. Because we're doing it on the premiere day, and I know some of us don't have the time, opportunity. Oh, by the way, before we continue, did you watch the latest episode of The Bad Batch?
I did, but we said we're gonna
Okay.
save my discussion of it until Friday. No spoilers
I,
for the people.
right, but did you enjoy it?
I did enjoy it, yes.
All right, very good. Awesome. Told you. I told you.
Hmm.
Anyway.
Um, and well, here's what I was gonna say. And so, if for anybody who's been out of the loop for a while, basically we have Loki, but he's technically not our Loki. He's the Loki from a. I want to say he's an alternate timeline Loki.
He is a variant,
Mm-hmm.
if you will.
Because our spoilers if you haven't watched Endgame or Infinity Wars, Loki did not make it till the end. Um,
But wait a minute. I apologize. But wait a minute. But this happens before Endgame. So is he the original actually?
No, but because remember,
And
Infinity
then
War, he passed away, right? Because of
no, I
Thanos. And
right.
in Endgame, what they did is they go back in time and they altered the timeline.
Correct. But what I'm saying is the Loki that we saw in Endgame or uh yeah, Infinity War, excuse me. Was that the variant? Because we went back in time, that Loki who was locked up and saw the cube, he was the original at the time.
So we
So
don't
is
know yet.
I know it. That's what I'm saying. I know it. That's why I'm kind of now like. Granted, I'm not really a big fan of Loki. I am, and I'm not because he's. I think he's the one of the most overused villains in the whole MCU. There's so many
Hmm.
villains out there, but in that aspect of this aspect of variance and time loops like that, because he could be the original. He
He
could be the original, and then when we see in Infinity War and then Thor Ragnarok, that could be a variant, but we don't know. And I'm interested in finding out about that.
so my theory is that this is the variant. My brother says possibly the variant is actually the one that we see in Infinity War. So it'll be interesting to see how that plays out. I'm more
Yeah.
straightforward. But
I'm I'm not. I'm not
you're not what? Straightforward?
straightforward. Well, I'm pretty much now. I'm pretty. If you know me, I'm straightforward. Pretty much too much. But
Yeah.
okay, I think it's time. I'm excited. Come on, come on. I want my early birthday gift right now. I want to get it. I want to get it.
Hasn't even been a full 5 minutes. He's like, let's do this.
It hasn't been full 5 minutes yet.
Mm-mm. Minutes go very by slowly, brother. Very slowly.
Fine.
It was your ideas to go for a full five.
Well, yeah. Well, I didn't wasn't paying attention to the time.
It's okay. Um, but Nicholas. He's in the trailer. They refer to him as the variant. Ha ha ha.
In the trailer, right? In the trailer, but we don't know. Let's find. I mean, it could be. No, don't forget, Loki's the god of mischief. He can be doing one thing and you think it's him, and someone else. So we don't know. He has the
Yes,
power to change things and make us think one thing, and then we find out the reality later. But
true.
that will be exciting.
Oh,
That
and
will be
Nicholas,
exciting.
someone beat you to the chat. I believe it was yeah that beat you to the chat. So sorry, man. You couldn't be first.
There can only be one.
So, Nicholas, are you going to join us for with this episode, or did you already watch it? The anticipation. And
I'm liking
then
this. I'm liking this gift of the mic. The gift of the mic.
see, and you know what? I knew that was going to happen because I do the same thing where I just constantly play with the arm and the angle.
Yeah.
And, like I remember when I first got it, Angel was like, "Why do you keep messing with the thing? Stop messing with it." I'm like, "Nah, you're gonna do it too once you get it."
Well, I'm not. I just because I'm kind of far away and I don't want to be like this, reaching for the mic. I just want to be right here. But again, this is my first time actually
Mm-hmm.
using it. So, okay. All right. 5 minutes has passed.
Yes, and Nicholas is going to be watching with us, so he's not going to be ahead of the
Beautiful.
game. We're going to be all on the same
Beautiful.
page. All
Well,
right.
hopefully when we hit play.
So,
All
okay.
right.
All right. On that note, would you like to do the pleasure of the countdown since is like your pre-birthday watch party?
Oh, thank you. Thank you. Thank you, kind sir. All right, guys. Again, welcome to Nerd Tots. I am Angel, the film combatant. I am your guest. The host we have is Adon Tron, and this is the series premiere of Loki, episode 1, The Glorious Purpose. We're going to start the episode in 5, 4, 3, 2, hit play. Yay.
All right, on. Good job. Good job. Oh, they go right into it.
Yes. Oh, right in the past. Nice. They're taking it right from when it happened.
Mm. Okay.
Oh, exactly from Infinity War. Yeah, replay. Beautiful.
Mm-hmm. Well, I think that part they added the little wave.
Maybe. Yeah. Well, yeah, this is about him.
Yeah.
So, of course.
Oh, that's definitely from the movie.
Yep. Oh, man. Oh, I remember that.
I think you might be a second ahead of me, but that's okay.
And he just disappears. Okay.
Yep. Okay. So I'm not. I'm gonna say let's not skip the intro.
Nope. Nope. Sometimes there's Easter eggs in the intro. Very eerie music. Interesting.
It kind of gives me the music. Kind of gives me an Outer Limits vibe, almost.
Well, don't forget that's how like this series has the influence.
Well,
Like
it's
the
also
Twilight
pitch
Zone, Outer Limits.
pitch like was it Quantum Leap?
Yes.
I wonder if they're gonna do a different intro song each time.
Maybe. And again, guys, if you're doing the replay of this video and you want to catch it, welcome. Okay. They just say Mongolia, right?
Yeah, Gobi. It's the Gobi Desert, Mongolia.
Wow, they just kind of did similar to Iron Man. Yes.
Yeah, kind of. Yeah,
Yeah, just like Iron Man when he escaped and landed. But he's also landed the same way he did in Avengers when he got crushed or slammed by the Hulk. So there's two Easter eggs right there.
yeah.
He's taking like there's the title. He just said it. Oh, oh.
Yeah. Welcome, BR. BR. What was it? Brewood. Brewood. There you go.
Uh-oh.
Hmm. She looks familiar.
She does.
Yeah.
He's gonna get shocked. Oh, oh,
Ooh, ooh.
oh yeah, you're definitely a second behind. Wow, God, that's forever.
Oh,
Oh, okay. I was wondering.
yeah.
Okay, got it. Okay, that was cool. That was done fun. That was good.
So that's actually a very interesting weapon.
So okay, they're calling them variants. Okay,
Mm-hmm.
I still don't think he is, but okay. Now I
Oh, I
want.
know what they
Okay,
did. I know what they
the,
did.
the mind swiped. What
No, no, no. I'll explain after.
variant scroll?
Mm-hmm.
Oh wow. He gets shocked. Oh no, they bring him back.
Mm.
Oh wow, that's different. Oh, that's kind of cool.
It's like a time control thing, like loop. It just loops it back. That's why it can't go anywhere.
See, I'm confused with the the Tesseract. When the Red Skull got it, he vanished into it to be a guardian, right? Or the gatekeeper, if you will. But now everyone who touches it, they don't do nothing happens, which I find it
Mm-hmm. Well,
weird.
remember when he grabbed it, it was like emitting raw power at the time because it was powering devices. So it was like
So,
in
so it was
activation mode.
draining. It was draining. It was draining energy. So they used him to fill in that energy.
No, like he grabbed it while it was emitting the energy. So this reminds me of the robot from the Tick.
Whoa!
You know, the arm
Oh, he
wrestling
worked
robot?
out. He'd been working out.
Of course. Bree Wood says they just finished the episode and they think it's going to be a good show or a great show.
I think it's awesome already.
Hmm.
They're doing a real quick backstory, which
Hmm.
is awesome.
It's a shame Zoe couldn't be here. Zoe would love that shirtless scene.
Yeah, he got shredded for that 2 seconds.
It's like everything he's ever said. This is absurd.
But
And
notice how like
this,
how dated the machine is. It's a
yeah.
dot printer. That means they have to say repeat signing in all the time.
No, he's not saying anything because he doesn't want to
Yeah.
sign anything more.
Yeah. Oh, he's a,
I mean, that is a trope in like Marvel comics where they don't know that they're a robot or something like that.
yeah. Oh, like a life droid.
Yeah, life model decoy.
He doesn't know.
He's like, what will happen? It'll melt you from the inside out.
Polaroid kind of. Who is he? Hmm. Is he a young version of him?
Or maybe a variant version.
But a young version because the
Mm-hmm.
hair is this similar, but the height and voice is not.
Mm-hmm. Look at the hair.
The hair, yeah.
But he's a little bit heavier.
Well, he's young. Kids. Sometimes are not the same built when they're older.
This is true.
You know how this kind of also reminds me of in a way? Legion, the style a little bit.
A little bit in some
Is
in
it
some areas I could see it. Hmm.
is it Legion? Is it? Am I right with Legion? The one on FX.
Yeah, it's Legion.
Ooh, ooh.
I don't remember. I don't recognize those three.
No, they're
For a second,
yeah, yeah.
I thought they were going to do the Living Tribunal for a second.
Wow, this animation. Oh my god. Oh my god. Mm.
See, this does a great job explaining the multiverse.
Hmm. And they're confirming things.
Yeah.
They're confirming what's going to happen. Wow, I love the graphics. I love the
You know
period
what it
piece on
also
this.
kind of reminds me of is Umbrella Academy with
The
the
what?
Umbrella Academy
Mm.
with the time assassination group.
Who is this guy? Oh, he's nobody.
Yep. He should have
He's
grabbed that
no.
ticket.
Oh my god, he's nobody.
He could have went back and get the ticket.
Oh man.
This is fun. Okay, so hey, hi
Uh,
Kimberly.
Wait a minute. Shouldn't she be at work?
That
Shouldn't
that's
you be at
that's
your
that's not your
a diff-
Kimberly, I think.
oh. I don't know. Well,
I think it's a different Kimberly. Is it
or
the
is
same?
it?
Is it the same name? Riordan.
It
Riordan.
Reardon.
Riordan.
Yeah, that's her. Someone is playing hooky at the job.
Well, I don't know her screen
All
name for any of these
right,
two.
here I am. There you go. I'm Owen Wilson. Yeah.
Wow.
All right. He's like, watch your mouth.
Oh, she says she's at work. Somebody has to pay the bills. Hello. We said the same thing.
Wow. Hmm.
You said the same thing at the beginning.
I did.
Well, you said somebody has to do a 9 to 5.
Oh, yeah, that's true, but still. Mm. Mephisto?
Oh,
Mephisto. Is that? Wait a minute. Is that? No. Who look? That could be that. Is that a girl? Could be
what's
the Scarlet
what's
Witch.
with her green teeth?
The blue. It's Candy. Now and later's, I think. Oh. Ooh. Always bothered me why he didn't get like a no surgery to fix that bridge of his.
So it could have to do with Mephisto, which would tie in with possibly WandaVision or Doctor Strange. Um,
But don't forget, prior to COVID, WandaVision was supposed to be last
it was
to
supposed to
set
be
up.
after Doctor Strange. Yeah.
No, it was supposed to be before
Okay.
to lead into the multiple of madness. But since they were like an disclosed lot, they were able to get things done faster. Whereas like Falcon and Winter Soldier, they were on location, so things got shut down. Mm.
Oh. Mhm.
You can't do anything because of the collar.
They're laughing in there too.
Yeah.
Hmm.
Hmm. Flirting.
Hmm. I don't know how I feel about the mustache.
Mm. Well, it doesn't like yeah,
It's a look,
it's
but it's
okay.
like it's the first time I've seen him with a like facial hair like that.
I think it's more like yeah, I don't know. I mean, it's different.
Hmm.
Kind of like reminds me of Coruscant, Star Wars a little bit.
A little bit, yeah.
Hmm. I'll see. There's different other buttons.
Hmm.
Mobius. Am I
Is
saying?
there?
Am I thinking wrong? Mobius, like the vampire? Is that the same? No,
No, that's Morbius. But
Morbius.
there
Okay.
is Mobius. Is a
No.
name.
Yeah. Just I get confused. And all those documentations he has to sign now from talking. What I find kind of interesting here is like even though that there's like no real time differential here, they're staying in the past with their technology and graphics and animation.
Hmm.
You know, and I like that. That thing reminds me of like the old Apple iMac.
Oh, the computer.
Yeah, I mean, even though that's round, kind of, I wonder if that kid that we saw in the church was a variant of Wanda.
I'm gonna go with no,
All right, fine.
because
Be like that.
it's
Fine.
well, one, she's French.
True, but I mean, she could have traveled, or like I said, it could be a variant, so she could have gone,
No,
different
I think
10,000
what it
rounds.
was is the variant was like the candy and what brought the candy, because they were tracking a variant that was killing their soldiers.
Got you. That line sounds familiar.
Mm.
Hmm.
You know what's interesting though? What he wants is essentially what the timekeepers have done, and he just made that like connection.
Mm-hmm.
What does that can say? Josta?
Sure. I was going maybe.
I thought for a second I read Jocasta.
Mm. Avengers. Yeah, but he's not dead.
He doesn't know this.
But but they should in a way because this is time varies there, so they should be able to go future and
Yeah,
back,
but
all this stuff.
Loki doesn't know this at this time.
No, I understand that. Oh, they showed that girl again. She gets
Hmm.
another check. She gets another check. The girl from Growing Pains. This is a different one. I forgot. He representing something that happened. I think in real life. I think. and using him as the answer, or not the answer, but the cause of it.
Mm-hmm. So he does bring up a good point. He's like, every time we see him in the movies, he's never done anything really mischievous.
Right.
This is like the first time we're seeing something mischievous.
He lost all the money.
So he was supposed to be DB Cooper, which, like you said, is supposed to be an actual guy.
Hmm. The theatrics.
Kim noticed that we're both clean shaven. She's like, "What happened?" Work
Uh,
stuff, Kim. Honestly, work stuff.
how do you? How does that feel? Does it feel weird? Like,
Yeah, a little bit. The interesting thing is, I can feel like a influx in his tone when he's ranting about like how his path that he was supposed to take, that he was choosing.
mm, mm,
Hmm.
Like you said, they said looper, and he says it just
Hmm.
loops. Oh, this movie could have been so much better.
It wasn't a bad movie.
Yeah, but it wasn't great either. I'm sorry, I'm not a big fan of Joss Whedon. So, and the major thing is like Captain America's uniform. And I was like, oh look, see, it's just it's horrendous.
What's up, Philly?
Oh, Philly cheesesteak.
Yes, we are currently in the middle of watching Loki and episode one. Actually, we're pretty far into it. We're at 33 minutes and 23 seconds at the moment. And we're liking the show so far. I want to say. I want to say. It's a
I
long
agree.
episode.
Yeah, the first one is anyway.
Mm-hmm.
We don't know what gonna be the episode two and
Mm-hmm.
the rest.
By the way, how are you doing?
Oh, oh, oh.
Mischief.
No, he's there. He still has a collar on.
I don't think it's the collar that affects him.
Well, the location
He
also.
pickpocketed.
Oh, he's
Ah,
back.
clever. That's clever. He can't use his magic, but he used it to get back to other areas that he's
Mm-hmm.
been.
Mm-hmm. Pruning. I guess that's what he happened to the other guy.
Could be, yeah.
What's a fish? He doesn't know what a fish is.
Watch there be other infinity items in there.
Oh, oh, oh.
Yep.
And it doesn't
Hmm.
affect them because they're in the DVA.
Yeah. Well, that and like
TVA.
fun fact, like the Infinity Stones and the Infinity Gauntlet itself does not work outside of its own timeline or outside of its own universe. So each multiverse has its own version of the Infinity Stone and Gauntlets. So
This guy looks familiar, but I can't remember where I've seen him.
yeah, no, I was thinking the same thing. I mean, that's a heavy.
Whoa. She wasn't supposed to. And he still has the Tesseract.
Yep. Well, he didn't use it. He used the loop
No,
thing.
no, 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 I know, but I'm just saying he still has the Tesseract.
Mm-hmm. Phil's working, but he's watching the episode now. Phil I will warn you. There is one scene that if Zoe's there, she's probably going to be excited for.
Yep. Yep. I knew it was going to do that.
I do give him credit. Like I feel like he does portray the emotion of his character
Oh no, he's
very, very
embodied.
well.
He's oh, he went to the future.
Yep.
He just went to the future. Well, his future anyway. So you know that's good. He knows that's going to happen. No, he's had enough time to embody Loki and make his own. Of course, neither in Ragnarok. Yeah,
Mm-hmm.
brother. He's gonna. Oh snap!
Yeah, he's gonna see it.
Oh snap! Wow. Oh, now he's gonna have a change of heart.
Mm-hmm. Phil says he might be 5 minutes behind.
Well,
We're,
catch up, Phil.
we're trying. We'll see about not giving you any spoilers in the chat, but
Too late.
mm-hmm.
Wow. Wow.
That's some heavy realization, man.
Well, now he knows who he's dealing with.
Mm-hmm.
Hmm. That's the end of him. The title
Mm-hmm.
says it twice. Where's the Tesseract? It's not there anymore.
Did he have it on the table?
He had it on the table. It's not there.
Oh, editing mistake.
Oh.
He's learning.
Mm-hmm. But he put the Tesseract on the table. It's not there.
I'm sorry, Phil.
Oops.
No, no,
Oops.
it wasn't us. Zoe already watched it and spoiled it for him,
Oh.
so there's nothing to spoil or ruin.
Stop.
Where did he send her though?
Now he has it. Now he has it again.
Hmm. I would say it's a small editing mistake. Like,
Possibly.
unless you're looking for it, you probably would have not noticed. Hmm. Aha! Okay.
Well, remember in the trailer, they show different variants of himself.
Yeah.
So okay, so they're using him to find him.
Mm-hmm.
Okay,
And
got it.
remember, there are points in the
Oh,
comics where
oh,
there
oh,
are.
oh, that's Thanos. No, that's
No,
not
that's
Thanos.
not Thanos.
I mean his weapon, but no. But it kind of reminds me also the
No, it's definitely not Thanos. So.
no, but it kind of reminds me of Inquisitors.
Mm,
Their weapon.
maybe.
You know, like the weapon they had that spins.
Mm. Yeah, dude, I know what you're talking about.
Oh,
Oh wow. Interesting.
credits.
All right, I
I'm
say
watching it.
let's
I'm watching
yeah.
it. I'm watching this because there's Easter eggs. Oh, that ring. That was something before, or maybe I'm thinking something else. But,
Interesting.
oh, so much information being shared right now, and I just can't. Oh, he was a producer,
He's
executive
an
producer.
executive producer. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
All right, they're talking about how the portals can like the dangers of using the time portals.
Okay.
That's the gum that they showed earlier.
Mm-hmm. Devil's Temptation or something like that.
Mm-hmm.
Metronome. Hmm. And then the three buttons. That's huh.
So those are
I,
different departments that you're seeing, like
right, but
TSA and
right,
TVA.
but the one in the middle is says something else. But right,
Mm-hmm.
there's so much Easter eggs going on right now that I don't know what they are. There's so much. Oh, quicksand. Wonder why. Tidy timeline. Wow, there's so much information here.
Hmm. Okay.
So this was like 45, 46 minute episode before the credits.
Yeah.
Going back to that. Okay.
So
What was that?
it recaps a lot of what just happened in the first episode, but I
Well, they
don't know
showed
if it's
more
going to
about
be
the.
different the next episodes.
Don't know either. Wonder what that was. That was like a tape. Interesting.
Mm-hmm.
All right.
and then it goes into like
the
the
regular credits,
traditional. Yeah.
which is not bad. It was like in 48 minutes, the original credits happened.
Yeah.
Okay, so it's not bad.
I mean,
At
there's no
the
other scenes. It's just like actual credits.
right, well, it's like a three. Well, right. Well, I'm just saying, unlike WandaVision, there's about 3.5 minutes worth of credits, which
Yeah.
is awesome. Okay.
Okay. So I'm gonna stop that.
Yes.
Oh, I said stop. Stop.
Mine did. Mine did.
No, mine refused to stop. It just keep going. Um. Okay. So wow. All right.
Wow. Wow. I don't know where um to begin, but I'll just say they made me like a character that I did not like on this episode.
That's true. Philly, if you weren't aware, my brother was not a fan of Loki.
Right. I mean, he kind of grew on me as the movies progressed and progressed, whatever. I mean, I just like his style, I like his fighting style, I like how he was very charismatic
Mm-hmm.
when he fought because he had that flair in that aspect. But again, I just felt like he was so overused as a villain in comparison of how many villains we have in the MCU or in just in Marvel in general. And he just kept, blah 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 blah. I know he's
Yeah.
a vital role in the Thor um,
Mythos.
legacy mythos, but I mean, it was like all over the place. But anyway, I just I just absolutely love how this season started with all the Easter eggs that we saw and the very, I guess, flashback scenes
Mm-hmm.
from the movies that we've watched through the years, and the decor of the TVA. It was very stylized. It was very. It kind of reminded me, like in a way, of Mad Men
I can see that.
and Legion. How, like, even though they can go through any time frame they want because he was able to see his future, they're still pretty much have the style of like the 50s and 40s.
Mm-hmm.
That's what it felt to me.
So like okay, so let's touch on that. So the time variance authority, or yeah, time variance authority, TVA. Um Obviously there was parallels in design and look to what you were saying, like Mad Men. I see a little bit of the Legion that you were talking about. It kind of reminded me of what was the Time Bureau organization that was in Umbrella Academy. But
Mhm.
you know, some people will probably be like, "Well, they did that first in Umbrella Academy." Technically, no, Marvel did first in the comics. It's just that
Mhm.
one hit screen more. This, oddly enough, though, gives more scope to what they're capable of and what they're able to do and how they function than they did in Umbrella Academy. Like it took us several episodes to like really get that
Mhm.
of what they do in Umbrella Academy. Here in the one episode, they do a great job of summing what they do, and which is excellent. And that is fantastic for me because I'm like, you just created a whole new world and technically a whole new universe in one episode with that explanation. It's a little bit long for the explanation, but it worked. Um, and I did like Loki as a character. I liked his progression and his growth. Um, so, and I think Tom Hiddleston was and still does a good job playing his character. Like in the comics, I was not a fan of him as a character in the comics, except for maybe when he was
Lady.
younger
Oh.
Loki. When in like they de-aged him,
Mhm.
and then they had the different variations, like when he was Lady Loki, and then he was Kid Loki, and then he became like Agent of Asgard. Those
Mhm.
versions I was kind of like intrigued by.
So, like I said earlier, like I think that one character that got taken out, if you will, I think that was him as a younger version. Possibly, maybe not. Maybe it's someone else altogether. But because he had the hair, he had the attitude. He was heavier, like we noticed, but he still had that attitude of
He may have
Loki.
been like an alternate version. That's true.
Right. And but a
Because like
younger,
we
but
already know
younger.
there's another variant out there.
There's a
Uh
lady. We know that there's a lady Loki about to happen from the trailers.
mm. Oh, Nicholas, to answer your question, so is Captain America in the TVA? By the definition they gave on what breaks the law on the TVA, he literally did it in an end game. Yes and no, because um I don't think he's gonna be in the TVA because like Loki brought that up. He's like, shouldn't the Avengers be here? He's like, I'm not guilty. I'm a byproduct of what they did. And they go,
Right.
no, because
No.
that was meant to happen. The Avengers were supposed to do all that stuff.
Right.
And that's according to the grand plan. He was a variant because he wasn't supposed to pick up the Tesseract and escape. So that's why I'm going to say no. Uh, there is a possibility because we don't see Cap again after he gives up
Right.
the shield. But right now, I'm going to say no. Um, Now they say two things constantly throughout the show. There's prune and then there's reset. And I could be wrong, but I think prune is when they just erase one thing. That's like what they did with the
That one
the
character.
the one character and the desk thing. And then reset I think is kind of same thing. It's supposed to put it back on the main timeline, right? But I think what
Was it?
happens is it like erases everything to go back to that moment and
Well,
restarts again.
maybe or reset in the sense of, well, maybe I'm wrong. With the collar, come right back to reset to the last position.
No, that's a loop. They remember he says it
Oh,
loops you.
that's
So
right.
they didn't really clarify the reset. We may get more of an explanation of reset, but remember they reset the world for that at the beginning when they captured Loki. They put the device and they're like reset this,
Oh, that's right.
and then stuff came out from it, and then that same device was stolen at the end by what I'm going to call Dark Loki right now.
Oh, that's right.
Mm-hmm.
That's right. That's what it was. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
That's right.
So to my mind is it's like a because the time variance is so they in the comics they want to keep that order to keep everything in line, but at the same
Hmm.
time they have also gone to the extent of if they feel a timeline is too far gone, they'll just erase it.
Hmm.
So and remember they said that about the little girl's timeline. They're like it's going to the red, it's going too far out for the
Hmm.
numbers, and they're like we need to go now and we need to reset this.
Hmm.
So I'm thinking that's why he told the little girl go outside because he didn't want her to be there when they reset everything.
Gotcha.
Because I think that's what they do when they reset is they actually destroy the world of the universe up until the moment that everything changed, so that the timeline
Destroy
can
the
get. Yeah, they
destroy the
destroy the
world.
multiverse. So like the timeline goes straight, and then you have your variance moment where it splits off.
Hmm.
So a reset and this is my theory, a reset just erases everything to the point where it branched off.
So okay, one second. So you're saying it resets, but that's what happened when they first found this variant on the desert, right?
Yeah. When they found Loki, they put the device, they left, but they left the device behind to reset everything.
Right, but nothing was destroyed then.
No, they cut off the screen before anything could show.
But
Like
no,
if you
but
go
but it
back, you see like stuff starts happening once the device turns purple and like energy starts emitting to the ground, and then they go to the time TVA.
right, but at the end of this episode, it's still there.
It didn't get a
Nothing was
chance to activate. He
no,
took
but it was
it.
at night. It was at night.
No.
So
That was a different world. That was on grass. The first world where we saw it was in the desert. This world,
oh, I'm just thinking that time has passed and it,
no, no,
like
no,
vegetation
no. They went there
happened.
because they found that the device that looks like uh, Thanos' weapon that you thought, and I think it was a trap
Right.
that Loki left so he can acquire things, or Dark Loki, or DL. I'm gonna call him DL. DL left behind.
Now, wait a minute. Did someone else have that a similar weapon from Thanos' crew?
No, I'm going with a no because I know what you're talking about, the one with the spear and the lance, but I don't think it looked like that.
Okay.
And Nicholas, he said, right, but they were talking about the Avengers from the first Avengers movie. I'm talking about the End Game. I think they referred to the End Game in his trial. He's saying he has to rewatch the scene because the part confused.
Dude, you got
Listen, timeline in
this
general
episode.
is always confusing. Time
This
discussion.
right. This episode deserves multiple viewings
I will rewatch this. I'm not gonna lie.
because there's a lot of information that's being thrown out. Boom, 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 boom. And yes, and we missed some stuff because we were talking and chatting. And
Mm-hmm.
granted, I do watch this with subtitles because sometimes I can't hear what's being said due
That's
to
fair.
us having conversation. But still, there's a lot of information happening in this episode. Some were easy to follow, and some were not. So,
But I appreciate that. I'm of
mhm,
the mindset like don't dumb down stuff for your audience. I mean, don't put it so high a level that your audience can't follow. You have to walk that line where you can be like, okay, this is stuff that, most people can follow, and then put in some stuff that like let them think. And I appreciate when I watch a show like that. That's like when my brother mentioned Legion. I enjoyed Legion because it was pretty straightforward, but there was stuff in like the backgrounds, the tones that like made you think and made you really get intrigued, and that was why I liked the show. Loki here, it's a different pace, yes, but at the same time, I'm getting that feeling when I'm watching this first episode. So I'm like, okay, I'm getting into this. I'm not a big Owen Wilson fan. I'll be honest about that, and he's starting to win me over in this show. Yeah, and like his character is pretty straightforward, and like I remember watching the trailer and going, "Is he going to be like the new Phil Coulson for the time TVA?" And
he probably is. He's thinking, in the way of he's thinking outside the box.
exactly.
And Colson did that a lot too.
Mm-hmm.
And he learned that from you know working with Fury. So, but I'm sorry. Continue. My apologies.
No, 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 no. You're okay. So, I mean, okay. What's Let's talk about a highlight. What was the scene that you enjoyed, highlight wise? If you had to pick one moment. Put you on the spot
I
there.
enjoyed. I know. I enjoyed him seeing his life being played.
Mm, I can see that.
Him thinking of seeing his mom. And like what he has done. That was like a domino effect of things that happened.
Are we talking about when Owen Wilson brought it to his attention, or when he was reviewing it himself?
Reviewing it himself.
Mm-hmm.
Could, I just like that moment. He's just taking it all in.
Mm-hmm.
He sees what has happened and what will happen. He sees the ultimate betrayal, not the ultimate betrayal in the sense of like family, but in the sense of a person that he decided to serve, Thanos.
Well, he betrayed
And
Thanos, but you know.
right, no, but he did. But he sees that. Well, he didn't know why. In the sense because he's just viewing quickly, but he sees the person he decides to get the Tesseract for because he saw he was getting the Tesseract. He was still
Mm-hmm.
focused on doing that mission to get the Tesseract for Thanos, and he sees the person that he's going to give it to actually kills him.
True,
So he
but at the
sees
same
that
time, he also
betrayal.
sees that he tried to stab that same person.
Right, but but still, person he's going to, because you don't know exactly, he doesn't know why he was doing it, but he just knows that he's going to. he's being killed by the man he's going to start. He devotes his loyalty to, if you will.
Yeah.
And he sees, he sees his mother again. The result of
His actions.
his actions, his father, which led to his fathers and stuff like that. His bond that got stronger with Thor.
Yep.
I just like that, and you just see him out. See his emotions as he's watching that. I mean, that was a good scene for me to view, and I enjoyed that one a lot. I was enjoying throughout the whole episode. I was just geeking out throughout the whole
Yeah.
episode.
And actually, there's not even that much in as far as action goes.
No,
Except for was it Hunter B15, I think was her name. Uh, the one that wanted to
right.
prune him all the time.
Mm-hmm.
Uh, for me, I thought it was interesting, like the sequence of how the TVA was working, how it was like just like a department that he has to go through the DMV kind of like is
Mm-hmm.
what I could best describe. Like, okay, you gotta go here, take a ticket. If you don't have a ticket, you're out. And then like this is what we're documenting. Move along, and it just keeps it in that line, and
Right.
which is kind of like how they dictate their timeline control. At the same time, there's a parallel there, and he's an outsider in, and at the same time, like his ego won't let him comprehend that he is well overwhelmed, you know, with all everything that's here, and they're gonna just dominate his abilities and everything.
Mm-hmm.
So I thought that was all very fascinating to watch in that sense, and it does a great job. Oh, the best part, I'm gonna take that back. Best part for me was the cartoon. The
And why is that?
cartoon did such a great job. It was so silly, but it did such a great job of explaining how the multiverse actually works
Mm-hmm.
and what their purpose is. It
Mm-hmm.
sums up what we all just witnessed in one episode into a couple minutes. And as a kids cartoon, reminded me of like Schoolhouse Rock or something like that in
Right.
that kind of capacity. And I'm like, that is fantastic. If you have a kid and you're watching Loki, you can literally
Mm-hmm.
watch it, and then at that moment they're gonna be like, oh,
But kind of also the animation they used kind of remind me of like the Pink Panther cartoons that back in the day.
the old Hanna
Uh,
Barbera cartoon style.
Hanna Barbera, Pink Panther, and like the anteater character that was with the Pink Panther, like that
Yeah,
kind of
the blue
animation.
anteater.
Yeah, so I kind of remember that because again, they stay with a certain time period, even though they can fluctuate from future and past. They have one type. You go outside, you see it's like a scene from Star Wars where the grandiose buildings and the
It quite literally looked
the
like Wakanda in Star Wars birthed that scene.
also that too, right? They have the airships or cars. So yeah, it was I was stuttering here, but I like that. I like how they kind of blended with two or several timelines kind of go
Mm-hmm.
in one setting. No, I mean it
It's
was
actually really cool.
yes, and it was because there's so much freedom in that sense because since they're in this, working with time, anything can happen in that way. It can be any look. It can be just one. Maybe we'll go again. It'll be a different look that we see. It probably not. They'll probably be locked into that one look. That one guy, he doesn't know what a fish is. Like he was like created by them, so he's just there to serve a purpose.
Yes, and
You
that
know,
also begs the question: like the people that work for the TVA, that entire universe, were they like manifested there, or were they like born and raised there? They even asked like, oh, Wilson's character, like, how long have you been here? And he's like, hard to say. Time works differently here.
right? Exactly.
So it's
Mobius.
relative.
Right. Mobius. He may have just been created there too, so he doesn't know what when he was created.
Mm. I will say in the chat, if you've already watched the episode or finished it with us, put down like what scene did you like, and like overall the other types of scenes, or what concept did you find interesting? Because
Mhm.
this is a show that if they continue on with it, I have to agree with Bree Wood that this would be a great show, and I think it will at least bring good discussion. Because in comparison to the no, this is now the third Marvel MCU show series. Um, Off of first episodes, I'm sadly gonna say WandaVision's last. Um, I
This is like on the
Falcon.
same. This is
Falcon
same.
is gonna be,
I think Falcon and here is on the same level, but it's different
but
because
for
Falcon.
let's talk about episode one comparison.
Right.
So episode one was good,
Of which.
of Falcon,
Mm-hmm.
but good for a different reason. And it
Mm-hmm.
was like it had more action, it had more drama, and I'm gonna say for me that Falcon's gonna drop down. I'm gonna keep this one up above Falcon, only because I'm more intrigued about this. Falcon was like one I can watch for a good time. I'm not gonna be thinking this one. I'm gonna be watching because I'm intrigued. I'm curious what's gonna happen with this. So
Well.
that might change by the time I hit the final episode, and I might like change like how I feel about it.
Mm-hmm.
What about you, bro? If you had to rate the episode one of each show so far,
Again,
or rank it, just ranking which one?
third place is definitely WandaVision.
Yep.
I think right now, as first episodes go, they're both on the same because
Mm,
of different reasons. Because this episode of Loki was not action, but it was information filled,
yes.
and Falcon and Winter Soldier was action filled with some information divulged. And at the end of that episode, you don't know what's going to happen, right? Here at the end of this episode, we don't know what's going to happen because at the end of Falcon and Winter Soldier, Sam gave up his shield and he sees the mistake he has made of doing that, relinquishing the shield, and there's a new Captain America.
Yep.
And so, what's going to happen there? It's like, oh, snap. And here we're seeing that this Loki is a variant, and he's actually going to help them be a hunter of other Loki variants. He's going to be an aide, and we see that who this character at the end with the cloak. It could be Loki, it could be a male Loki, or it could be Lady Loki.
It
But
could be a
we
young Loki. It could be an old Loki.
well,
That's a thing.
that's the thing, or it could be another character all in his own. But
Hmm.
we're thinking
That just
we
has
think
the name Loki. Like and that's another thing about the multiverse is like you could have a version that looks completely different and it just has the same name.
right. But I'm just saying a different character altogether. Could
Yeah.
be they could introduce because like Falcon and Wanda, they introduced a new character at the end or within the same episode. We met several here,
Yeah.
but that could be a different person, a different character altogether, or it could be Loki as a variant. But we'll find out. Hopefully, we'll find out in the second episode.
Mm.
Um,
I
so
mean, yeah. I mean, they're not going to have many episodes. I think it's what, like 6 at most.
really, okay,
It's going to be a short season, like Falcon was.
right,
Um,
and Wanda, and the thing is, like
well, Wanda
again,
was a little bit longer.
well, should have been shorter.
Hmm.
This again, due to the COVID shutdown and all that stuff, WandaVision ideally was supposed to be the last of these series to build up to the multiverse of madness, and I'm glad that is not
Yeah.
because the ride that these series are going is like this episode really went up. It really went out of the gate, excuse me, just like Falcon did too with this first episode. Wanda, yeah, I know people like it, and I didn't until like after the third episode. Then they started to rise.
Hmm.
it was like a slow start. I'm sorry, I was not a big fan of the black and white episodes. I understand it afterwards, but still, it wasn't like I didn't feel reminiscent of the old black and whites of the Dick Van Dyke and Bewitched. I mean, they were the originals were funnier. This was trying to be a carbon copy. It wasn't. It was more annoying to me than entertaining. And I can't watch those episodes again where I can watch multiple viewings of this one and Falcon and Winter Soldier.
Now, just to go back into this, so we asked like what scene did they like?
Mm-hmm.
Nicholas replied he liked the DB Cooper scene, which is actually
Mm-hmm.
a very fun scene, and I don't know where that idea came from, but I think that was a good scene that they incorporated because it is technically one of the few times we actually see the God of Mischief be mischievous. You know, because all the
Mm-hmm.
other times it's like, oh, we refer to this moment where Loki turned into a snake and he's like, I gotcha, and Ragnarok, or like he just disappears and does
Or
illusions.
like Captain America, or
Like,
he turned into Captain America a couple
yes,
of times, but it wasn't really to trick anyone. It was just to show his talent.
and then joke around. Yeah, but that was a great scene to show that he can be mischievous and just that's where his character really would shine, and that's good. I agree. That's an excellent scene. Nicholas also gave his review of episode ones. He said he would say Falcon and the Winter Soldier one episode one would be the first, and there is and because there is more action and the stakes are involved. Then this episode was literally exposition, and then it will be followed by one division.
I
And
mean, I'm
we
sorry,
agree.
but well, to me, I think it's on the same level of
Mm-hmm.
Loki and Falcon. We're all agreeing so far. Well, those of us who talked about it, WandaVision is at the bottom. Where again, if you like action, you're gonna pick Falcon more.
Yeah,
If you like exposition and like information and all that stuff, you're gonna like Loki more.
it's me.
Right. So that I mean that's it's all good. It's all fair. It's all a matter of
Yeah.
opinion in that sense. But we all can agree that WandaVision is like right there.
So sorry,
You know.
Wanda.
Yeah.
And then Bree
And we still
would.
have and we still have Hawkeye to come out too.
That's true. We got Hawkeye, and then next year we'll have a whole bunch of other shows.
Right. So it's
Um,
like
Bree Wood said, I think it is Loki because the girl pointed at the devil on the window when asked, Did you see who it was because of his helmet? So, I mean, that makes sense because
oh,
Loki
because of
always
the
does the horn helmet
right.
for the design, which makes sense for the
And if you're
devil
not
outfit.
sure, right, and in the past, people a lot of things, yeah.
Yeah. And
But he was
so that
red,
throws out the, well, no, that's the devil being red. But I mean, like,
right?
you're
Exactly.
talking
But
about like an old age French girl. Like, she's like, and she's not speaking the same language. I'm like, that's the closest thing you're going to have to Loki, wearing
right,
his helmet.
but if he was red, you'll be, and the character on the mural was red. So, but again, it could be Loki, it could be
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Uh,
Mephisto,
I don't disagree that it could be Loki because of the horn helmet and whatnot.
right?
Just
Mm-hmm. That's true though.
obviously the mural is red, but it's, the parallel is there. Um,
Right.
so throwing out the idea that it's Mephisto, looking less and less likely, because my mind went to Mephisto obviously because of the devil on the mural, but
Mm-hmm.
also what they're doing now in Heroes Reborn in Marvel Comics. So it's a
Well, they
is
could,
a is a new arc that they're doing in Marvel. Like there is kind of like multiverse, and potentially I don't have it confirmed 100% yet, but I think the idea is that Mephisto's involved with causing it. Yeah. So, but I don't think they would tie that into this arc.
but
Um,
Mephisto is involved in what?
Heroes
Like,
Reborn, like the series going in the Marvel comics right
right?
now.
And was he doing? He's
There's a point where Phil Coulson, they're in a church, and and then they're like praying, and turns out they're praying to Mephisto. yeah, and then but it's like after the world has been like redone. And like so now instead of having the Avengers, no one knows who the Avengers are, but they have the Supremes.
Hmm.
And they're the ones that are acting as the Avengers. And no one remembers them or anything like that. So it's like though it's one of those retelling of the stories, and then you still have some of the characters there, but they're like trying to figure out like what's going on. They don't remember, they start to remember kind of situation.
Right.
The arc is still going, so that's what I'm saying. I'm not 100%. But I digress. Anyways,
My drink.
it's too early.
I got some.
But no, I well overall, should we rate the episode one? I think we kind of did by putting placement in order. I think that counts as a rating.
I mean, that just it's kind of hard to give a rating on episode. I mean, it's not that hard, but you can. But again, it's just you would give a higher score than me, but we both can
Yes.
give it. No, actually, no. This is a standalone. We don't have to compare it. Don't so let's not compare it.
Mm-hmm.
Let's as a standalone, as an individual, dude. I'll say a 4.5. I actually will say a five. I will, no, four. Well, I'll say give it a solid 4.5.
You know
They
what?
did a lot of things right. They did a lot of things right on this episode.
I can go with that. I'm actually going to agree with that. So there's, I don't know. I'm not going to say it. Yeah,
You
no,
say what?
4.5 is good because I don't think it'll grasp everybody, but I think it'll grasp enough people with the exposition, what they're doing, the intrigue, the designs. I think this will be a good show. So 4.5 is good for me too. I
Mhm.
don't think this is like absolutely perfect, but you're gonna be nitpicking to try to figure what's like not really good with it. I know there's gonna be people that are gonna want more action, that's for sure.
Mhm.
And
And then that may happen,
mhm,
but to tell you the truth, the way this was done, I don't mind there wasn't any action.
yeah, and the funniest moment for me when he first got smacked.
Right. Yes. There's got yes the slow motion because of
Mm-hmm.
the stick, the baton that whatever it generated was able to go slow, but
Mm-hmm.
he was able to feel every
He
pain of it.
yeah, he was like he was moving at 1/16 his speed, but he was feeling the pain in real time. So
Right.
it was constantly feeling the pain at 1/16 speed.
Well, it was for that reason, so the collar can go on.
Exactly.
That
Now,
was the difference.
Bree
A
Wood
lot of Easter
says
eggs.
no. There's a lot of Easter eggs. Bree Wood says they also think that the multiverse of madness will be caused by Loki, and they rate it at 8.5 until they see more. That's fair. Um,
Well, we're saying 4.5 out of 5.
exactly. So,
So,
but I mean, 8.5 out of 10. That's still pretty
yeah.
darn close. And you may be right. So like a lot of us were thinking that Wanda may be the cause for the multiverse of madness. Um, and technically Loki possibly could. They may have just redid since they changed the order of events of how they're releasing. They may just make this be the one that ties in multiverse of madness more so.
Or isn't Loki in the multiverse of madness?
Both of them, I think, are
So it could be the both of them. It could
yeah
be a
group
union.
effort.
It could be a group effort where, yeah, they both do it. And, you know, she probably does it on purpose where he does it by accident because of the variance of the time.
Mm-hmm.
No, but I think it's the both. Um, but we don't know yet. And again, since the order has been switched around, again, like you said, we'll find out more. But interesting,
Yeah.
very interesting.
So on that note, as normally we would be just continuing going on like we normally
Well,
do,
we can,
because
and we can.
in this one, honestly, we can't. There's so much more that we could delve into,
Yeah,
but work beckons, and
right.
I'm gonna have to be the one to say let's cut this short. Um, but this was fun. I definitely would love to watch episode 2 once it comes out. If you all liked it, let us know. You know, so we know if we want to continue doing this.
Oh, we're
Eh,
going. No, 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 no. We're doing it. We're doing it.
I was trying to get them
Every
to participate, but yes,
no,
we're
no.
gonna do
But
it.
they can. They can join in. You could just know that we're going to be doing this every Wednesday at 10 a.m. Eastern time. That's when it comes out. Each episode every Wednesday. So join us. And remember, if this is your first time joining us, welcome. Please catch us on Friday nights because we're going to be doing new episodes of The Bad Batch at
Mm-hmm.
9 p.m.
We'll be picking up on
Eastern.
episode 7.
Episode set on Eastern time, 9 p.m. And then we're going to be continuing Sunday at 8 p.m. Eastern time. We're going to catch the last 3 episodes of Jean Claude Van Johnson. So, and we'll talk about those episodes too, which another series I never saw before. Adan has, and I like that show too in a different reason, for the kid in me. But I am liking this series of Loki uh, so much that I'm so happy that was my pre-birthday gift to me. So to watch it and to watch it early.
Yes.
Um, so I know Kimberly was watching and joining in. Unfortunately, she probably heard stuff that because she has not watched the episode yet. So sorry, and I don't mind watching it again with you tonight, and I'll do that. I'll just keep my mouth shut watching it. But this was awesome, Adan. Thank you for letting me do this with you this early. I know you have a long day ahead of you, and I appreciate you for doing that.
I appreciate you too, bro. All right. Well, on that note, if you haven't followed him before, check out the film Combatant on Instagram.
Mm-hmm.
And what else? You have a
That's
Facebook?
it.
Nothing else?
I have Facebook, but I'm mainly on Instagram, and I do share on stories about this. One that you can follow me. So if you want to find out or get notifications of when we're doing our watch parties. Also, I give little reviews of action films, series, what have you. My thoughts on it, purely on the action sense, not really about the story or the acting. So you can join me there on Instagram. And this weekend we'll make an announcement. I am in the middle of doing some stuff to help bring it to light. It's just taking me longer than I thought because this is my first time doing it, but I'm enjoying it. I'm enjoying what I'm doing right now that my brother and I are collaborating with. But
Mm-hmm.
right now, since he's so busy, I'm taking the reins on it to help him out, to help us out. So look forward this weekend. It will go live this weekend, and I'll let you know what you can look for.
Awesome. Sounds like a plan. And for me, well, we just announced like my schedule for the most part. If you, unless you want to watch me play games tonight, that will be done tonight too. And other than that, I mean, as usual, my closing. Watch some anime, expand your minds, and just be excellent. I don't know where that head twist came from, but it did happen. Everybody, thank you so very much for joining us. It's been a blast. Thank you.
Take care, everyone.